Good. Wait, it's not even good morning anymore. I'm so used to that. Good afternoon, true art believers. This is Pearson here, and I'm going to do a quick drawing session, probably about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. We'll see what happens. But I just wanted to get a little bit of work done. Okay, there we go. Sorry. A little bit of work in before I have to get busy again. And it looks like I only have 25 minutes, so we're going to do that right now. Start my Pomodoro timer and hit the where was I haven't worked on this drawing for so long. Well, not so long, but long enough to be like, where am I at? Where's my placement at on this? And yeah, I knew if I do these live streams and later on the evening, I'll I risk waking up a certain someone because apparently this place doesn't have good sound proofing. So I've been thinking about like soundproofing a little bit lately. It's like, how do I soundproof? Did I just get like some eggshells or like egg cartons and what do I do? Do I get some egg cartons and call it a day, or I don't know. Throw some foam on the walls, something to kind of dampen the sound. I need to bring the cat's head lower because I want to work on the cat's forehead for right now, just for like the 20 something minutes that I'm here. But yeah, I'm kind of distracted because this is a new time to be doing time elapse. I mean, you're distracted when you can't seem to when you can't seem exactly there. Can I? My point is being made right now. Is you're distracted when you can't finish a whole sentence. You are distracted when you cannot finish an entire sentence or articulate the right syllables. So I was wondering about this. I was wondering how this is going to work out. And it's going to be difficult because it's jumping, it's changing the parameters. It's changing how I normally work. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. I keep saying that word because I'm never quite sure about like what is going to happen. Meaning like, is this going to be a positive thing for the day or is it going to be a bad thing? And right now I'm on the rocks. And I think because it has to do with it's later in the evening, in the afternoon, things are distracting me a little bit more than they should. Like this calendar thing right here is just kind of in the way. So I have my tablet on top of like this giant paper calendar, and every time I move my hand, it's like rubbing against it and moving things around. And I don't know. And I'm partially distracted. I'm just really distracted at the moment. I have something happening outside of the room that I gotta attend to. What's really hard about doing this, because I knew I was going to wake someone up. You know what I'm saying? And so like I understand. I have a pretty good understanding of what's happening. Is the reason why I'm not making good decisions is because there's this not good bad not bad decisions, but not great. Like, okay, I'm not making bad decisions with the drawing, but I'm not making great decisions, and it partially has to do with it being at the beginning, not being later in the day, and being later in the day. And see, I already wanted to backtrack, so I wasted some time because um, my subconscious self wants a certain level of protection, like perfection, not perfection, but like wants a certain aesthetic. He's me, I'm looking for a certain aesthetic. And when I start doing things later in the day, like today, it throws me off because I've gotten so accustomed to doing things in the morning that when I start doing things in the like later in the afternoon, I'm like, what do I do? Do I what do I do? Like I don't know what to do. Like I'm clueless because I've grown so I've become so like it sounds so dumb. Like I can't explain it. You know, it's become so much of a habit that I draw in the morning that when I start drawing in the evening or later in the afternoon, I don't even know what time it is. Like, is it evening or afternoon? It's like, when is evening? Evening's like after 5, afternoon's after 12. Like, like I'm so programmed that now I'm so confused. Like, I'm lost with the direction of what I need to be doing. And I thought I could do it. And maybe partially turn his darn music off. Anyways, all right. I'm not even going to talk. I'm just going to keep working. Everything's distracted me. Everything is just a giant distraction. So the little challenge that I've been there's been I set up a challenge for myself to do today, and that was to not look at Facebook, Google, and any of my social media until after 7. And it's been and my email, which is Google, obviously, until after 7. So I've been trying my best to avoid it, and it's not working too well. It's not. I haven't looked at it yet, but I've been been trying my best. I'm looking at it. I've been there's been times I'm like looking at the app icon and I'm like, oh no. I don't know why I decided to do that. Because it's difficult. It's really is difficult. I think just look around you and see all your friends when you're hanging out with them, they pull out their phone every 5 seconds, you know? Like I'm not one of those heavy users either, but like uh I find it's very difficult. I want to start doing that more often. Really stopping myself when stopping myself from looking at the phone and see what happens, you know? It's challenging. But yeah, this is really throwing me off balance today. I thought it'd be a little bit easier to transition into drawing in the afternoon. Um, but not really. Not really. Hello. How are you doing? Oh man, I am I am not good at multitasking, that's for sure. If you ever wonder why when you watch these live streams and they're like, what is this guy saying? He is saying a bunch of gobbledygook, and half the time he doesn't even finish the darn sentence. I don't know. I guess it has to do with like I'm focusing on the drawing and less so on like what's happening around me, which is a good and bad thing. It's good for the drawing. It's kind of bad for the live stream, but the live stream is merely a secondary is a secondary is a secondary element to this. And sometimes it's just one of those things. You just got to try to. It's basically I'm doing this so that I can have. I don't know why I'm doing it. Gosh, I wish I knew my reason why I'm doing these live streams. Well, I guess it's because I'm paying for it, or not paying for it, but definitely utilizing a service, and I want to take advantage of it. It's like, am I paying for it? Oh gosh, that's not good if I don't know what's going on with my funds. I'm having a heck of a day already. This is going south. It's going south. Maybe I can wrap it up in the next few minutes because I was expecting to do a to do a couple hours worth, but I can't because I have to do something now. Like literally, my life is dictated by being a dad, so I gotta dad it up real soon. And yeah, so I have to stop what I'm doing and dad it up. Be a little pop 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 be a pop pop. Now I gotta dad it up now, like real like now, like yesterday. And so, which sucks. It makes it hard to do this stuff because when you gotta stop what you're doing, it really throws you in a loop. Like literally, I it throws me off balance, having to stop and start and stop and start. So really, what I need like 2 hours to really get going, to really push the needle. You know, so I'm doing something a little bit differently. I normally don't use blending on my details, but now I'm starting to be a little bit more thoughtful of using this tool. when I feel that might be necessary. Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. Well, there goes my drawing session. I'll come back to it later. I got to do another hour and a half. I got to do it. I got to do it somewhere. It's got to happen. Somewhere it's going to have to happen. Like I got to make up for the lost time, you know? And that's the tricky thing that I have trouble with. Is like I'll be really successful in lots of things. Like I'll be really efficient in a lot of things, but getting in 2 hours of drawing time is the hardest thing ever because I got a lot of other things that I'm beholden to, like just time wise. I got things that I have to do that I have no control over. Like I just can't just like let's go and draw now. You know, I it's like as I said, I gotta dad it up, and because I gotta dad it up, I can't just like walk away. And so, which makes things more complicated. You know, it definitely makes it hard, like a little bit more difficult to get things accomplished that you wanted to get accomplished. I wish I could play music. Right now, sometimes I can wing playing music at the moment. Like sometimes I can like have music in the background and be okay. But right now, it's just, I find it very, very distracting. Like I feel like it's like it's distracting me. That's all I can say. I don't know any other ways to put any other words I can to put it, but like it's taken away some attention from it's taken away from my attention. So I'm just gonna have to do without. I'm taking that background out right now because I find that the yellow was distracting. Not so much that one, but the other yellow was really bright. I didn't like it. You know, 6 minutes. Well, at least I got something done. At least I got some parts of the ears kind of working. I'm not too happy about here. I need to blend all this stuff to kind of gather, blend it all together, and make it kind of work a little bit better. You know, It's a really boring live stream. Not a lot to say. The mustache is getting in the way of talking. I need to like comb my mustache. How about that? That's a weird thing to talk about. That I have to comb my mustache so that it doesn't get in the way with my speech. But it is. Oh, yeah. Boring day. Only got 3 minutes left. Didn't get a lot done. I'm not too pleased with this session. Again, as I said, I hate making excuses, but serves me right for trying to do a drawing session midday as opposed to in the morning. So now I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do this at night. And I'm going to do it at night. I have the time today that I can do it at night. Perhaps I need to look at how to soundproof a room. So I could, yeah, yeah. I got to look at how to soundproof a room so that I can do this during the day and not interrupt people's little people's nap time. That's what I need to be doing. How can I not interrupt someone's nap time? You know, what can I do to still do something like this, but not mess up a nap schedule? I don't know. That's okay. I'm gonna have to spend. It's it's gonna be. This is like the first layer of the details, and then I'm gonna go over it again, uh, more specifically, because right now I'm just kind of capturing the basic parts of it, and then I'm gonna go over it again. Ow. Go over it again and double check, bounce back, double check the details, and see what happens. You know, and see. Just bounce back and double check the details in this on the second iteration of the details layer, essentially. But right now it's just kind of like here's I'm just kind of moving around. I'm still trying to get the feel of how I want to manipulate the hair on this black cat. Man, I don't know what it is. Perhaps it just because like the black cat has like such a minimalist amount of value in the tones that it's like it's really making it hard for me to see landmarks, specific personally. You know, and so that's what I'm struggling with, I guess. It's looking okay though. I didn't get a lot done. I need to really kind of double check this because um I'm not thinking correctly or thinking I'm not thinking let's see of a way to explain this. I'm not I guess the best way to say it is I'm not in the mood to draw. Really, that's what it's like. I'm not in the mood to draw, and I'm basically forcing myself to draw when I'm just not feeling it. And sometimes you got to do that. You just got to keep working and just force through that that position or that force through the unbearable feeling that you don't want to draw, and then eventually you start feeling like you want to draw, right? So I'm just going to save it. I got a little bit done, but I'm not near where I wanted to get done. Like I had intended on working on it for a good 30 minutes, but it's not looking like it. I'm going to try to get an hour and a half done tonight, but we'll see what we can do. Like maybe an hour and a half, it's in like 4 hours or so. I don't know. Anyways, that's it for today. Pearson out. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. No, really, thank you. Did I say thank you? I really meant it. I gotta go. Pearson out.